I'm here. What's good, YouTube? So, I got a fun one for you guys today. If you like rants, you're gonna love this video. If you don't, you might just want to hit next. But, so we've all seen, here's the topic. We've all seen the Days Gone review videos. There's 1,000 million of them out there. I actually did one too. I actually took it down because of the way the community was responding to it. But I've been keeping an eye on it, and I've been watching what's happening. Now, this video isn't going to be about the patch 1.6, 1.7 episode where 1.6 destroyed a lot of people's games and all this kind of stuff. That's not even what this is going to be about. This is going to be about YouTubers that aren't reviewing the game so much as they're reviewing other YouTubers. This is happening constantly. I'm seeing it all over the place. So let me be very blunt about this. When this game first came out, a lot of your bigger YouTubers and some smaller ones, I'm one of the smaller ones, put out videos where we said, hey, this game is not very good. It's not well put together. The graphics really aren't that great. The sounds really aren't that great. There's no real soundtrack. The gunplay is horrible. The enemies are horrible. The humans don't see you at all. The zombies see you way too much. There's horde fights with no ammo. Like, there's just tons and tons of problems. You spend 90% of your time in this game looking for gas, which is exactly the correct metaphor for this game. It needs gas. It's got none. So like, we did these reviews, and I'm putting myself in there with those bigger YouTubers because I completely agreed with them. And I did my review based on actual, like, 4 hours of straight gameplay when the game, literally starting the minute the game released. And I was just so unimpressed that I was like, okay, I gotta tell somebody, because this is horrible. Since then, we've seen this, like, fucking avalanche of these smaller YouTubers, these, like, little tiny YouTubers who have just been, like, throwing sticks and stones at the bigger YouTubers. And like, no, this game is amazing, and it's so great, and I've got, 50 hours in it, and I think it's the best game ever, and all this kind of stuff. But I've noticed a continuing thing that's happening with these guys. So here's what's going on. Let me clue these guys in. This video, I guess, is mainly for them, but I hope you enjoy it. These guys don't understand how to review a video game. They play a game for a little while, and if they feel like they're good at it, they think it's a great game. I've seen this over and over again. If you go back and watch these reviews where they're hating on the other viewers and they're like, this game is amazing. It's never, it's amazing because of the gunplay. It's amazing because of the graphics. It's amazing because of the soundtrack. It's amazing because of the storyline or the concept or the map outline. It's none of that. It's none of the details. It never is. It's always, it's amazing because look, I hit this headshot, or I got so much time in this game and I really enjoy it. They're doing their ratings, their reviews on this game based purely on how they feel about this game. So I thought I would clue these idiots in. Your bigger YouTubers that have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I don't mean to defend them, let me just add this in. I don't mean to defend them because I'm the first one to trash these guys when they get it wrong. But they didn't get it wrong here. This game is garbage. It's absolute garbage. They did not get it wrong. So like, these guys who are trashing them, let me explain to you how they came about this. So they didn't go on and log on to this game and play it for a couple hours or 50 hours and say, oh, I either feel really good about this or I don't. That's not how you do a fucking professional review, you idiot. You don't do it based on whether or not you think the game is good. Your opinion is 1,000 times different than anybody else. So the idea that just because you have fun doing it, that doesn't mean it's going to appeal to the masses. So the way these guys do their reviews, in order to try and maintain some form of actual, like, this is why I think it's a bad game and why I think you will too. Oh, and by the way, I have, 500,000 subscribers because so many people have agreed with me because I get this right. This is how they do it. They don't do it based on how they feel about the fucking game. They don't do it based on their own feelings and like, oh, I played so many hours and I had a lot of fun or anything like that. What they do it on is based on a fucking criteria. So, and I don't know the exact criteria. Every one of those YouTubers has a different list. But put yourself in their perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. With their perspective, I'm sorry. And think about this. What they're looking at is, you know, we'll say, and this is guessing on exactly which order or anything like that, but just to put you through the paces, they're looking at number one. Are the graphics good? No, not really. They're okay. They're not bad. And if you're an idiot and have no idea how to rate games or how to look at what's good and what's bad, you'd probably look at the leaves on the tree or something like that that's right in your face and be like, oh my god, the graphics are amazing. You wouldn't notice that if you're looking at the ground, all you see is fucking flat mud. There's no real detail to it. You wouldn't notice that if you look at the weapons themselves have no real detail to them. You wouldn't notice that if you look at the facial expressions on almost everybody that's not in a cutscene, that there's no actual facial expression. These are things you wouldn't notice because you're a fucking idiot who just played the game, felt like you were good at it, probably don't have the money to buy a lot of games, and I'm not trying to hate on anybody for that. But what happens to people that don't have the money to buy a lot of games is they wait and they buy one game and they invest in it. And then when it turns out to be shit, they can't handle it. And so instead of hating on the game that turned out to be shit, they want to go to the YouTubers who are calling it shit and go, no, you're fucking wrong. And that's where they push out their hate there. This is what's happening. And it's crazy to see. I've never seen this happen in gaming. I really haven't. I've been doing reviews and live streams and all this good stuff for a couple years now, and I've never seen this happen. Not to mention I've been playing video games since Mike Tyson. Super Punch-Out back on regular Nintendo, like blowing the fucking cartridge out and shit. Like, I've been playing video games for a long time. I've never seen this happen. But that's what's happening with Days Gone. You got these, I don't know what else to call them besides haters. These people that have no idea how to actually review a game. And they're mad because the game that they bought, people are reviewing and saying, well, this isn't very good. Oh, I think it's great because I like it. Well, you're going off your opinion. So back to our list, right? So we pretty much dissed the graphics, right? So the graphics are garbage, all right? So you'd say, okay, well, what else do you look at? Well, you look at graphics, you look at gunplay. Well, even the guys who said the game was amazing were like, yeah, the gunplay needs work. The guys who were like, this game is trash, were like, the gunplay is one of the worst parts of this game. I'm gonna go with them, 100%. Like, the gunplay in this game is horrible. You're facing me off with between 20 and 100 to 500 enemies, and you're giving me 20 rounds of a weapon that doesn't even hit its target when my reticle's on it, with no talents that improve my accuracy. What the fuck? Like, it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense whatsoever. It's horrible. The gunplay is horrible. So let's see. There's the graphics, which I don't want to call them horrible, but you can't compare them to God of War or any of those type of games, the games that are like really graphic impressive. This game is very bland. It has a lot of the exact same colors just mixed all through it with a lot of the exact same textures. There's nothing special going on here. So the graphics are, I mean, you give them a 5 out of 10. Even if you're not going to call them horrible, like, you can't say they're great. They're really not. The gunplay is like a 1 out of 10. The gunplay, which is one of the most important parts of this game, it's total shit. Okay. What's next? Storyline? The storyline that's almost impossible to follow, that's all over the place, that literally just puts you in different storyline after different storyline, doesn't explain to you what you're supposed to do in between. You go to these different camps, you don't even know how you got there, you're trying to figure out where on the map you are, just to find out that to fast travel from one to the next is going to cost you all the fuel you have. Not even going to get back into that bullshit. The actual makeup of the gameplay itself is garbage. The storyline is horrible. It's horrible. It's a good story if you can follow it, but for the average gamer, you're not going to really be able to follow it. And I've seen a lot of these guys who are saying, no, this game's amazing, and the story and all this kind. If you watch their videos, you can tell they have no idea what actually went on in the story, like where they went through it, like what parts they were going through or anything. They were just following the motions. Like I said, you have retards, actual dumb people who are reviewing not a game, but the intelligent people who have already made something of themselves who actually review games. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is the dude who's like, I could dunk on Jordan. He wouldn't be shit. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. That's what you are. And I've seen a lot of these videos lately. So anyways, we had what? Graphics, gunplay, storyline, the bike. Do we even want to get into the bike? In my original review, I played for about 4 hours, and I went ahead and did my review because I was like, oh, I'm done with this already. Like, this is trash. My original review, like one of the statements I made, was I spent 4 hours playing this game, 2 hours looking for gas. It's ridiculous. The scaling is ridiculous. So, you can get a machete, right? And you can cut down a zombie in 2-3 hits. Problem is, your machete's dead in like 2-3 enemies. And you are supposed to fight the horde. And so let me get back to this, like, why these like little bitty baby YouTubers think that they're so amazing at this game. And it's because, oh, I can fight this giant horde and not die and all this kind of bullshit. Watch their video. Watch them play. I don't mean to give these guys attention, but watch them play. They all do the same thing. It's the only thing you can do in this game. Throw cocktail, run. Throw cocktail, run. Shoot a couple rounds. Probably put it in slow-mo so you might get a headshot. Ooh, good for you. You're a fucking badass. Throw cocktail, run. That's this game. That's the whole thing, is run away and throw cocktails. You're telling me I'm a bigot, badass biker who has no gas, no aim, no ammo, and I'm fighting a fucking horde. The game makes no sense. Like, it's all over the place. The actual concept itself is actually bad. It shows moments of brilliance. I'm not trying to totally say that this game has nothing good in it. It has its moments. But this goes back to what we were talking about in the beginning, is when YouTubers do their reviews of these games, they don't look at it and say, oh, it had a 5 minutes of amazing mixed with 5 hours of crap. Oh, this is a great game, though. Did you play that 5 minutes of amazing? It was so amazing. That's not what they do. They look at the mass and say, okay, well, the mass is going to look for checklist A, B, C, and D. And if it doesn't have those, it gets a bad grade. That's why this... You think the people in IGN... Now, I don't agree with IGN. Most of the time, I tell those dudes to go fuck themselves. Their shit is not very dead on. But even their review, I guarantee they have a system. I guarantee they look at very detailed parts of it. Okay, is this good? Is this good? And they have a checklist. The idea that some asshole can just jump on YouTube and say all these big YouTubers are fucking wrong because I enjoyed it. You're an idiot, dude. You're a fucking idiot. You probably enjoy Fallout 76 too. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you to think that you're going to come on and argue with these people? And so in the end, what they're really doing, all they're doing, is they're trying to start in their head, in their little imaginary world, they think they're going to start an argument with these bigger YouTubers, which is going to get them clout, which is going to let their voice be heard, because they're pissed off at the game too. Otherwise, they're not making those videos. We're emotional. We're humans. That's what we do. We get emotional and we do something because of it. I'm emotional because I keep seeing this and I understand the bigger YouTubers and why they gave this game the reviews it got. It's not a good game. It's really not. It's not fun to play because all of the different factors don't mesh. How many games have you, before you go online and you say all these bigger YouTubers have no idea what they're talking about, they're fucking idiots, how many games have you reviewed? Really? And maybe this means my opinion don't mean shit, it doesn't really matter, but how many subscribers do you have compared to the guy you're telling he's an idiot? Because you're not only telling him he's an idiot, you're telling all of his subscribers they're idiots too. That's what you're doing. And I've seen this over and over again, and it's like they're trying to jump on this hate bandwagon, but they don't want to hate the game they just wasted their money on. They want to hate the guy telling them they just wasted their money. And so I don't want to keep ranting. I could go down the list. I mean, I only went through a few things, but all of them were bad. Like, the point is, there's a checklist, guys. Stop reviewing YouTubers' reviews just to try to make a name for yourself because you like the game. That's not how reviews are done, you dumbass. They're done based on a criteria, based on a checklist, based on did it do this, and this. When a game fails at like 5 of those in a row, like we just listed off, you have a fucking problem. And just because you enjoyed it does not mean it's a good game. Get over yourself. Come up with something new. Maybe you'll gain some support, and then you can put out your own reviews. And if people want to look at your reviews and say, well, it had all these issues. Yeah, but I really liked it. Oh, well, then I like it too. Then good for you. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's my main point in this is you're reviewing these reviewers' reviews, but you don't even understand that it's not them you're talking shit to. They could just put their opinion on there. If they have 500,000 subscribers going like, you're talking shit to all of their subscribers. You know, the guys you're trying to pull to your channel, you idiot. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do a little research. And I'm not even talking about on how to review games or any of that. You're way past that. Do a little research on how to grow your channel. And before you tell me, well, we grow your channel, bitch, go back and look at my videos and find out why I do my channel. I don't give a fuck about growing. That's not why I do it. So you can get over yourself on that. And you got a problem with that, you can come see about it. Figure your shit out. Go back and actually watch some videos on how to build a YouTube channel. First thing you don't do is attack potential subscribers. The fuck is wrong with y'all? And by attacking the biggest YouTubers in the game, that's exactly what you're doing. If you don't have them on a dead to rights point where you know you got it right, you don't attack them. That's really stupid. They've already got clout. They're gonna demolish you. Quit being dumb. Quit being dumb just because you got a few guys to agree with you and you think, oh, I've created this hostile environment where guys agree with me and I can just build it from there. You're not going to build shit, dude. That's going to fall apart real fucking fast. Stop reviewing reviewers. If you don't like somebody's review, don't put a hateful comment in their comments section. Just ignore their video and make your own. And make valid points. Point to specific things and say, this is why this game is amazing. I have yet to see one video. And this will be my final point. Maybe somebody can prove me wrong. If you can, put the comment in the comment section of the actual connect to the video or whatever, and I guarantee you, I will go watch it. Name me one video of somebody who's like, this is the most amazing game, it's going to be game of the year and all this good stuff, where they actually pointed out the details. Where they actually made a valid case for the graphics, the gunplay, the enemies popping in and out of existence, the fact that the graphics will load and then unload and then reload later, The fact that the game freezes 10 times out of 10. The fact that fucking people's PlayStations are literally just being shut down because the game can't run correctly because it's built on an old ass engine. Go ahead, show me the fucking video of somebody doing the detailed analysis of why this game is so great. You'll find plenty of them showing why the game is horrible, but you won't find any. All the people that are saying this game is great are simply saying, I really like it. Who gives a fuck about you? Who gives a fuck about you? Who are you? You're not me. You're not me, but I'm a gamer. Just like everybody else on here, I'm a gamer. And as a gamer, we have very certain areas that we like to see good stuff in. And that is what your major YouTubers are reviewing. They're looking at the main things that gamers like. And they're saying, hey, this game doesn't fucking have it. Quit reviewing reviewers, you idiots. Get your own shit. Sam Man out.